Next up is Lana. She's on her own after Tanyel stole.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Bird 91. We're giving you guys a quick live at Winter Love Island Day 7 recap. Let's talk about the madness because Tanyel is on 100 level Houserry. Okay, Tanyel is on level 100 Houserry. Okay, this girl is not come here to play. She's come here to create carnage. And you know what? I'm here for it. Listen, we're talking to you guys obviously about Day 7 recap Love Island UK. If you watch it, fantastic. If you don't, I ain't got clips today, so you're going to have to figure it out. But listen, if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. Like it, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification on the uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. I don't want to waste much time today, but if you're a return, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. Let's talk about it today. Okay, because there's so much that's happened in Love Island in the last 2 days. I didn't do a review yesterday, the day before, sorry. But you know what? We're here, Sha. Look, let's talk about this latest episode. I want to find my why can't I find any of my clips here? Anyway, but listen, it was crazy. Okay, and I'll tell you why it was crazy. Because to see Tanyel, okay, Tanyel's level of housery is a different league. Okay, she did not have to choose Ron. She didn't have to do it, but she decided to do it anyway. And the reason for her doing it is because solely she is focused. I mean, listen, I think she likes Ron, but like I said, her end goal is to make sure that Kai pays for the fact that he's not feeling her the way that she's feeling him. Now, we actually find out later on that Kai actually is kind of feeling her, and that he actually thinks about whether he should go after Tanyel. He actually said it as well. So he does feel some type of way. It's just that he doesn't want to make himself vulnerable. And this is when I realized, okay, these two are two peas in a pod. And I knew that before, but now it's confirmed. These two are what we call afraid of being vulnerable. Okay. They're afraid of being vulnerable. And the problem behind this situation is that because both of them are afraid to be vulnerable to one another, they both end up playing a game. We've got Kai going after Anime, who I don't think he really, really likes. Of course, I think he gets on with Anime. They have deep conversations, etc., etc. But I don't think she does it for him. And I think I think he likes Tanyel because Tanyel is attractive. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She's gonna get your juices flowing. So he's got the best of both worlds, but he can't have the best of both worlds. You got to choose one, right? And so we've got now Tanyel literally also saying the exact same thing he's saying, which is, do you know what? I don't want to show you my heart. I don't want to show you that I care. I don't want to show you that I like you too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do housery stuff, right? The level of housery on both sides is problematic, but we're talking about Tanyel right now. So Tanyel's mind game is that she ended up choosing Ron. Do you know how bad it is, Tanyel's game? Let me tell you how bad Tanyel's game is. Her game is so bad that she's meant to be best friends with Lana. Okay? Meant to be best friends with Lana. I need you to understand this. Meant to be best friends with Lana. Okay? All right? She's meant to be best friends with Lana. And guess what she did? Okay? She ended up. Oh, I was going to try if I can do it on this. She ended up literally getting with Ron and not telling Lana. And by the way, Lana is the person who was with Ron first. And, they seem to have a really close relationship. And so you're saying that you're best friends with Lana, the girl, and yet you didn't tell Lana that you're going to choose her man, and two, that you have, and you then said you're not sure if you have feelings for Ron. You're not sure. You have to work it out. You need to work out what? What do you need to work out? Why do you need to work this out? No. I need you to deep the level of housery that's happening here. Why do you need to figure out if you like Ron if you chose Ron? Do you know what I'm saying? If you wanted to figure out Ron, you didn't need to be in a couple to do that. Because the only thing that couples do is sleep in the same bed. Can I just be honest with you? The only thing that when you choose somebody at a recoupling, all it does is that it makes sure that you actually sleep in the same bed. Apart from that, that's it. When you're in a couple, it don't mean nothing else. So why did you have to be in a couple to realize whether you have feelings for Ron or not? You're already having conversations. So why did you need to choose him? The level of Houserry is mad. So what we need to talk about next is that not only just the Houserry towards Ron, the Houserry in terms of friendship, because the friendship between herself and Lana now is dead. In fact, that friendship, let me tell you, Tanyel, let me tell you something about Tanyel, okay? Okay. Tanyel, okay, is very smart. She understands the dynamics between herself and other people and what she can and can't do. And I want to tell you this now. Okay. I want to tell you this now. All right. People will do what you allow them to do. Lana needs to get her ducks in order. I need Lana to have better boundaries. I need Lana to speak up and advocate for herself and tell the blood clot truth, which is that you are not feeling the fact that your friend chose your girl and chose your man and then also didn't tell you and then is trying to tell you some bullcrap excuse about I'm not sure if I like him or not, but I have to figure it out. Figure out what? Figure out what? What do you need to figure out? Tell us, what do you need, Tanyel? What do you need to figure out? And that is why you're becoming you're going to end up being unattractive towards Ron because your level of self-advocacy. Let me tell you something. Men too, we also want to see you advocate for yourself. We don't want to see that we can walk all over you. You understand? We want to see that you got some self-advocacy, some boundaries. And what Lana needs to do is add a bit of spice to her game, okay? And let Tanyel know, listen, you're not going to disrespect me. If you're saying you're my friend, first and foremost, you should have told me about the fact you like Ron. Number two, you should have warned me that you're gonna choose Ron, not make me look like an idiot because I ended up crying, right? Yeah. And now you're not gonna sit in my face and play in my face and tell me you don't know if you got feelings or not, but you ended up choosing him when you didn't know you have feelings or not. You're not going to sit in my face and play me. Do you understand? That's what we need from Lana, but Lana isn't that way. Now I see why she goes after guys that like her but don't like her. Why she goes after the guys that she likes but they don't like her. Because this kind of energy is unattractive. It's very unattractive. I'm sorry. You're not, listen, I'm not saying you have to go gun ho. I'm not saying go out there and break stuff and throw glasses around. I'm saying advocate for yourself. I'm saying to let a person know what you're not about to do is disrespect me. I've seen what you've done, and you know what? This friendship isn't a friendship anymore. Now, unless you're going to be dark about it and you're planning Tanyel's downfall later on, which I know Lana is not, then that's the only reason why that's the only reason why I can think why you're going to stay quiet and end up being friends. Because this friendship, as somebody said there, is one-sided. The friendship isn't a friendship. Because the reality is, Tanyel is taking more than she's actually giving. So, Lana, what friendship do you have? What friendship do you have really, Lana? You ain't got a friendship. At this point, you're begging to be friends. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah? Because a friend can't sit in my face and tell me that later on, you know what, I had to figure it out. You knew you were going to choose Ron. So why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you let me know? Why didn't you have a conversation with me? All right. Why didn't you let me know? Why didn't you say something? Because the reality is, Tanyel don't give a hoots about the friendship with you. And the next day, you're just going to be cool? Lana, I need you to do better. I need you, Lana, to do better. I need you to do better. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit about Tanyel and her level of housery when it comes to Ron as well, because that Ron too is also on some housery. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ron is on some housery right now. Okay, because first and foremost, they had a conversation and she was telling Ron that, you know what, we might be better suited. I need to find out. I like the fact I can flirt with you and I have this kind of, energy and etc. Right? And all I could see when she was talking to Ron was she can see that Ron is less assertive than Kai. Ron is not going to give you the madness, but hey, you mess around with Ron, he's got options, Don't play with Ron. He can really do something. But the reality is that Ron doesn't give her the same resistance that Kai does. You understand what I'm saying? So, Tanyel trying to play with Ron, I was like, baby, we need you to relax. We saw her get into the bed later on, or earlier on in the episode. She gets into the bed, and Ron makes his comment. He says, You don't usually get into bed this early. And she's like, you know what? 'Cause I wanted to get into bed with you. Da 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 da. Being mad over the top. Then she's wearing some skimpy ass shorts to the bed. Barely got anything on. Then when they're in the bed, you're doing the kiki and the cackering that doesn't need to be done. Your decibel level is way too high. You need to cut it. Okay? All right? Your decibel level has gone way too high. We need you to cut it. You're doing the over like kiki. Oh my God, I can't sleep. Oh my God, oh, yeah, this is too funny. Da, 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 da. Why are you doing the most? And you know that Lana, your friend, is in the room too. The level of housery is crazy. The level of housery is crazy. It's brazy. It's absolutely brazy. I'm telling you. So I'm confused. I'm like, yo, like, hey, she's moving absolutely mad. How is she doing all of this while you're saying your friends in a room sleeping in the other bed? Like, she can hear everything. She can see everything, and you're doing the absolute most for nothing. Meanwhile, your aim isn't really at Lana. You're not even trying to make Lana jealous. You're trying to make Kai jealous. And in doing so, Lana is collateral damage. I want to let you know sometimes you can be collateral damage in people's relationships. Don't let them do it to you, okay? Don't let them play you, okay? You ain't no boo boo the fool, okay? All right? You ain't no boo boo the fool. Don't let them get you like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get you like that. All right. The level of housery is on another level when it comes to Tanyel. Somebody needs to help Lana because she's out here swimming with the sharks. Okay. Big boys do big things. I need them in my life, baby. I want you in my life. Like big boys do big things. And Tanyel is a big boy doing big things. Can't lie to you. She's spicing up the show, and I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit about obviously another person as well. And just to add as well, Kai is moving mad. All of a sudden, because Tanyel is now looking at Ron, he's asking the question, should I come after Tanyel real hard? No, sit your ass where you are and choose your anime that you chose and relax in it, bro. Okay? Don't get pulled into this game. Okay? Don't get pulled into the game. You feel me? Stick to what you got, bro. Stick to what you got. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about I want to talk about this fight um between Olivia and Zara. Olivia and Zara, okay? The beef that's happening, okay? I want to say this. I said this in the very first episode, didn't I? I said this in my very first recap. If you go watch it back and watch it. Olivia can dish out, but she can't take it. Olivia can dish things, but she can't take it. And it started on the very first day they were choosing people. When she came in, she had no qualms stealing anime from Kai. Sorry, stealing Kai from anime. Had no qualms. And the moment she got stolen from, she was cutting her eye at Kai and do it. And that's when I realized, no, she can't take it, but she can dish it. Damn, the water tastes like liquid gold. She can dish it out, but she can't take it. You out here stealing people's man, and when you get stolen from, you're cutting your eye, screwing your eye at Kai. And that's when I realized, yeah, she can't take it, but she dishes it. So now you're in a situation where you're getting pissed off at Zara for what? For what? Coming in and doing what bombshells do, which is take man. Why are you vexed? Why are you vexed? What? Because she took Tom from you. Tom was never yours. Tom was never yours, darling. All right. Tom was never yours, darling. All right. The beef that you have with Zara, you need to be beefing Tom, not Zara. Your issue isn't with Zara, it's with Tom, it's with the man. Zara's not in a relationship with you. So if Zara stands up and says in a speech, you know what, he made it very clear who he wanted. Whoa, do you see the way he kissed her? He made it very clear. Do you see the way he kissed her? He made it very clear who his number one was. Man lips Zara like it was on tomorrow. Man lips it like he was kissing something else. I don't know what to describe it as. Do you understand? So you can't tell me that he didn't choose who he wanted. He chose who he really wanted. And babe, you weren't the choice. What you need to do, okay, all right, is stop thinking that when you start thinking that you're number one invincible, number two, baby, it's not always gonna work out the way you want it to. But then blaming another girl for that, bro. I'll be honest with you. What? Because she said you're two faced. That's about it, bro. Like get over it. Okay, ascend past it. Okay, we gotta do better. Okay, all right. Tom isn't yours. He's not yours. Um, uh, you know, it's not necessary, man. Do you know what I mean? And she said in the argument that she feels that Zara has come after her ever since she got here, like everything. And it's like not everything's about you, Olivia. Like, yo, it's just unfortunate. The comment that was made about who's Two Faced, that's about it. But what coming after Tom is personal. But get out your feelings. What, she's personally coming to take your man because of you? Go, deep the kind of thinking you're having right now. You are telling yourself that you think this girl's coming after you, coming after another man just because of you. What? You think Zara's coming after your man, not even your man, but after Tom because of you. And then you go and speak to Tom after, have a conversation with him, and then you're saying you feel mugged off. Well, baby, if you're not being vulnerable, if you're not opening yourself, if you're not sharing your feelings and saying I take a long time to get there, babe, what do you expect? It's Love Island, okay? It's Love Island, and we need to see more. The whole point is this: Olivia struggles to open herself up to people, right? Or at least to men. She struggles to open herself up. It takes a while for her to get there. So she gets frustrated if, like, you know, she starts on if she starts opening up and then someone gets stolen. I can understand that. That's painful. It hurts. No one wants to see that situation. But sis, it might be a lesson for you. Open up sooner. You're taking way too long. And that length of time you took to open up, another person came in and stole your man because you're taking too long to be vulnerable. This is what I'm talking about when I say to people the learning curve versus patience. People have a short amount of patience when you're on your learning curve. So if you're telling me you don't know how to be emotional, you don't have to be vulnerable, you got a learning curve. But the thing is, my patience might not be able to suffice that learning curve. And that was Tom. Tom was like, I don't know if I can do that, man. I gotta move on. Right? And she's pissed off because she thinks her little movement, her little vulnerability that she might have showed is a big thing. But it's big for you, but not big for the other person. It wasn't enough. You not showing affection to the other person has made them think that you don't want them. And then you getting mad at Zara when she ain't the problem. Zara isn't putting you down to get up. She isn't dirty macking. This water tastes like liquid gold. Never had water taste like that for a long time, man. Liquid gold water. Okay? Like, get over it. We need you to get over it. Let it go. Okay? Let it go. She's not the problem. You have to let it go. Okay? Um, and then obviously we have obviously as well Olivia with Haris. Olivia with Haris. Um, that girl don't want him. Okay, Olivia does not want Haris. Okay, age is nothing but a number. Age is nothing but a number. I know everything. Age is nothing but a number. All right, but listen, age is certainly a number, and it obviously is more than just a number. It means something. Olivia and Haris, I don't see it. At first, I used to see it, but I think she just sees him as a fun time. I think she tried to see it, but I think she sees that he is somebody who is not mature, and I don't think she can get that idea out of her head. Right? I don't think she can get the idea out of her head that Harris is immature. And obviously, we've heard from other housemates or that he isn't somebody who is able to read the room all the time appropriately, and that's what gets him into trouble. But the reality is, Olivia isn't interested in Harris like that because he's too young, and that just is the mindset. That's everything. And Harris looks like he's somebody who's gonna end up being a puppy dog. You look at the way that he's behaving with her, the way he seems so sappy with her already. It's as if like, bro, she's got you eating out of the palm of her hands. But I told you this because her age alone, her experience alone, her smarts and her wits alone. If she catches somebody like Harris who is young and naive, she gonna twist him out. I told you this. I told you this. I thought this was gonna happen, right? So she's gonna end up using Harris maybe to get at our boy Tom. She might use him as a pawn, just to get at Tom. But she there was some funny thing that happened. Okay, so he pulled out her chair when they were having breakfast, which was really cool. And then there was something that he said Harris wanted to cuddle on the sofa, right? He said, "Look, what if I want to cuddle?" And she was resistant, and I said, that's the end of the story in Balamori. Wouldn't you like to know? That's the story in Balamori. Wouldn't you like to know? That story's done. When you saw that Harris try to get a hug from her, right? And she's making a big scene of it. I say big, wasn't that big, but making a bit of a scene about hugging you. Trust me and believe me, she ain't want to be with you. Trust me and believe she ain't want none of this. Trust and believe she ain't really liking you. Trust and believe that she's not really feeling you, Harris. She's buying her time. She's about to use it as a placeholder. Okay, so while Harris is getting excited and happy that he's finally got this woman, I'm telling you, she's not trying to have you. The age is a problem. Now, she might sleep with Harris. She might even, be in a bed with Harris. She might kiss Harris a few times, but she ain't gonna commit because the age is nothing but a number, right? Okay. Um, and then she said, obviously, I just feel like there's something there with Tom. Yeah, so Harris isn't the one. And then you try to play it off to Ron, like saying, oh, Harris is, me and Harris, I'm happy I chose Harris. You didn't choose Harris. I want to make it very clear. You didn't have no choice because Zara chose Tom already. You had no choice. You didn't choose Harris. You had no choice. Okay? You had no choice. And so the reality was you didn't choose Harris. Harris got chosen for you because you knew you had nobody else. You knew that Harris liked you. You knew that Harris was on you. You already knew that Harris has already been defeated. He's already conquered. He's already been smashed. He's already been taken over. There ain't nothing left with Harris. There's no more games because they already know what position he is already. If this was battleships, I know where you stand. B7, shoot him down. That's where Olivia is. She can see all Harris's moves. It's seen telegraphed because she's got the experience over him, right? The experience over him. So that was a big thing as well. All right. Um, let's talk a little bit as well about Will and the new girl that came in. Just real quick, just want to nothing crazy. Will and the new girl. Will and Jessica, new girl. Had a cute date, cute date. But you know what? I've seen this before. I've seen this before, and it doesn't end well. I've seen this before where a girl, this was the Doctor and Anna from a few seasons back. It doesn't end well. Yeah, I know they both are country bumpkins, and they, I shouldn't say country bumpkin, but countryside, who grew up in the countryside, and that was a lovely little moment where they shared their kind of, their background experiences. I like that, but I just didn't feel a spark. I know she said he's funny and all that kind of stuff, and she actually said he was gorgeous. To be honest, she said he was gorgeous. She did say he was gorgeous, to be honest. So there may be something brewing, but I didn't feel it at first. I didn't really feel the sparks. I felt like it was a bit more forced. I felt like they told her when she gets in there, you go after Will. And that's how I felt. I didn't really feel like she actually really liked Will. And maybe she's here to mess up and play the game. Maybe she's here to destroy hearts. I don't know. But maybe she's starting with Will. Who knows? But what I saw, I said, it's cute, but it didn't feel like anything was really going to prosper from it. Now, I know they played the music, everything behind the scenes to make it seem like something, but it didn't really inspire me. Did it inspire you? It didn't really inspire me. It didn't really inspire me that there was something really good going on between these two. I'll be honest with you. There was nothing about it that made me feel that way. Good luck to Will. I hope he does get there because, she's a really beautiful girl, so I hope there's something that will be going on between the two of them. Let me end, because I don't want to spend too much time. Let me end on obviously Tanya and Shaq. To be honest with you, Tanya ain't like that, man. Tanya ain't like that, man. She's settling. She's settling. That's how I feel about Tanya. It's really interesting because I think Shaq knows as well. All right, I think at this point they both know now because they ain't nobody else black coming in unless someone black comes in. They're both in the slums, right? So they both got to choose each other. They ain't got no choice. But my thing is this: he made a comment which was really interesting, right? He was talking to Tanya, and they kissed after their little passionate speech. They had a nice little kiss. It was like mwah 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 da 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 da. But then he made a joke about, oh, do you know what? We got the rest of our saying obviously we've got enough time, we've got the rest of our lives. And he said like joke 5 or 6 times. The fact that he has to say joke 5 or 6 times tells me how he knows that the relationship where he's at isn't at a place where he's winning with Tanya. Like he's in deficit. He's in debt with Tanya. So that's why he said, "Oh, joke, 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 joke." Because all you had to say was, "Nah, it's a joke still," and leave it as once. But why do you have to keep saying joke, 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 joke? It's a joke, it's a joke. So because you're not sure about her actual feelings, you're not sure about where she stands, you're not sure how she feels about you. What you do know is that the feeling that's coming back to you isn't one that's really making you feel like making you feel like she actually wants you. And that's why you had to say joke, 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 joke. You know, like when you make a comment to a girl that you're not really sure who likes you, or a girl who you think to yourself it may be out your league, or a girl who you're talking to and she hasn't really shown you interest and you're not really sure where you stand. When you keep saying I joke, 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 but the reality is you know how she's probably going to react, and you don't want to get shut down. You don't want to be made like a fool, so you kind of say, I was just joking, I was just joking. You weren't joking, you were being real. That's how you felt. That's okay. That's how you felt. That's okay. That's how you felt. That's okay. Right? I don't think Tanya and Shaq are gonna make it past outside of the show. I think they might stay together for the black vote, but after the show, it's done. Give it a year, let them do the press tours and everything else where they have to go and do what they have to do, but they ain't gonna be together by the end. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be there. Okay. All right. Yeah. She don't like him. Exactly, Opa Park. Exactly. She fails to really say anything nice in the when she's talking to the girls, really and truly. There isn't any appreciative, oh girls, I'm excited by me and Shaq now. Oh girl don't like him. Oh girl don't like him. And he know. And he know. So I think they're both here for the black vote. And they're gonna try and ride it out as long as possible. But you know what? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. I don't know why I sang that, but it just came to mind. But listen, anyway, let me leave it there. Let me know your thoughts, guys, down below. I want to keep it nice and short. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with my sentiments? Anything that I missed? Write down in the comment section. What's your viewpoints? Let us know. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded, and we'll see you again very, very soon.